Your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit, is here to break down BRICS' bold challenge to U.S. financial dominance. The alliance, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is shifting gears toward de-dollarization, aiming to reduce reliance on the greenback in global trade. Despite President Trump's 100% tariff threat, BRICS is accelerating efforts to establish alternative financial systems. What's fueling this shift? We'll explore 7 key factors behind BRICS' move and its impact on global finance in this deep dive. Buckle up. This is a financial shakeup like no other. Factor number 7, the drive for financial independence. From the moment BRICS hit the road, financial sovereignty was a top priority. These nations have long been seeking an escape from Western-controlled financial institutions like the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank. The dominance of the US dollar has given Washington a tight grip on global transactions, but BRICS is working to loosen that hold. The goal? A financial network that runs smoothly without relying on the US-centric SWIFT system, the backbone of international banking. Russia's recent experience highlights the urgency of this mission. When Moscow was booted from SWIFT due to Western sanctions, it didn't stall. It started developing alternative banking systems to keep transactions rolling. Meanwhile, China is revving up its own solution, the digital yuan. This high-tech currency is designed to reduce reliance on the dollar and reshape international commerce. BRICS isn't just talking about financial independence. It's actively building the road to get there. Factor number 6, BRICS' response to U.S. sanctions and economic pressure. For years, the U.S. has wielded economic sanctions as a weapon, using the dollar's dominance to pressure nations that challenge its interests. Russia and China have faced severe financial restrictions, while Brazil and India have also experienced U.S. economic coercion. In response, BRICS is accelerating efforts to reduce dependence on the dollar and protect their economies from external control. Russia, largely cut off from Western financial networks, is pioneering alternative trade mechanisms to keep commerce flowing. China, anticipating future sanctions, is expanding cross-border payment systems to enhance economic resilience. Even India and Brazil, despite their strong U.S. ties, are actively diversifying trade partnerships to mitigate risks from unilateral sanctions. The Ukraine conflict sanctions on Russia have only reinforced BRICS' resolve to bypass dollar reliance altogether. By developing new financial frameworks, BRICS is ensuring that its members remain economically stable, without Washington's influence steering the wheel. Factor number 5, local currencies take center stage. While the idea of a unified BRICS currency is still in the workshop, member nations aren't waiting around. Instead, they're shifting gears toward boosting the international power of their existing currencies. Take Brazil, for example. Instead of pushing for a single BRICS-wide currency overnight, it's promoting local payment systems as an immediate alternative. India is striking trade deals that prioritize the rupee, cutting the dollar out of the equation in cross-border transactions. Meanwhile, Russia and South Africa are working on trade agreements that favor their national currencies. The goal? To insulate their economies from the dollar's volatility and move toward a future where BRICS nations can trade freely, without needing Uncle Sam's approval. This isn't just about economic independence, it's about rewriting the rules of global commerce. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Factor number 4, China's power play with the digital yuan. China isn't just a player in the BRICS alliance, it's the driving force behind its financial revolution. With the world's second-largest economy and a rapidly advancing fintech sector, China is leading the charge with its digital yuan. This isn't just a flashy new currency, it's a calculated move to challenge the dollar's dominance. The digital yuan is already being integrated into cross-border transactions, giving China a direct tool to bypass dollar dependency. By rolling out a state-controlled digital currency, Beijing is securing its financial future, reducing exposure to U.S. sanctions and reshaping international trade on its own terms, and China's not going at it alone. The success of the digital yuan is sparking interest among other BRICS nations, inspiring them to explore similar financial innovations. With the digital yuan paving the way, BRICS is one step closer to achieving a world where the US dollar isn't the default currency of global trade. Factor number 3. Will Trump's tariff threats stop BRICS? To counter BRICS's de-dollarization push, former President Donald Trump has threatened 100% tariffs on imports from these nations if they weaken the dollar's dominance. But will these threats really slow BRICS down? China and Russia, already locked in economic battles with the US, have adapted to sanctions and are fortifying their economies through self-sufficiency and diversification. Meanwhile, India and Brazil, despite strong US trade ties, are pursuing strategies to reduce dependency on American markets. Many experts see Trump's warnings as political posturing rather than an actual deterrent. BRICS remains committed to financial independence, adjusting its strategies to counter US pressure and keep its de-dollarization agenda on track. Rather than hitting the brakes, these nations are accelerating toward a future where their economies aren't dictated by US policies, but by their own financial sovereignty. Factor number 2. The global push for a new financial system. Nations worldwide are shifting gears, seeking financial independence from the US dollar's dominance. This movement, called de-dollarization, is gaining traction as countries look to shield their economies from geopolitical tensions and dollar-driven influence. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is leading the charge, exploring alternatives like a gold-backed common currency, discussed at the 2024 BRICS Summit. Meanwhile, global institutions like the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, are rolling out projects such as mBridge, a digital currency platform enabling real-time cross-border transactions. However, breaking free from the dollar is no quick pit stop. The greenback remains deeply embedded in global trade, making de-dollarization a gradual but inevitable shift. While the dollar may retain influence, BRICS and other nations are laying the groundwork for a more diversified and resilient financial system, one where no single currency dominates the road ahead. Factor number 1. A strategic and gradual shift away from the dollar. BRICS isn't rushing to overhaul the financial system. It's taking a calculated step-by-step approach to reduce dollar dependence while maintaining economic stability. One major initiative is BRICS Pay, a decentralized payment system launched in 2018 to facilitate secure, cost-effective transactions in local currencies. Additionally, BRICS nations are developing blockchain-powered cross-border payment networks, enabling real-time settlements and reducing reliance on U.S. financial systems. At the 2024 BRICS Summit, leaders discussed creating a BRICS grain exchange and other commodity trading platforms, ensuring essential goods can be traded outside dollar-backed markets. This gradual transition gives BRICS time to strengthen its financial infrastructure, minimizing risks while boosting trade independence. By prioritizing regional cooperation and leveraging cutting-edge financial technology, BRICS is laying the foundation for a future where global trade isn't dictated by the dollar, but by a multipolar financial landscape. Final lap. What's next for global finance? BRICS' bold move to challenge the US dollar supremacy is one of the biggest financial shakeups in modern history. While the road ahead is filled with twists and turns, the alliance is proving that a post-dollar world isn't just a pipe dream, it's a work in progress. The big question now is, will BRICS's de-dollarization efforts redefine the global financial system, or will the US dollar continue to dominate international trade? Let us know what you think in the comments. Is this shift inevitable, or will the dollar remain king of the financial highway? And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Piston Pundit, your ultimate pit stop for all things automotive, business, and global trade. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the stories that impact the industry we love. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.